Welcome back to another matchday vlog, and today it's York City versus Carlisle United in the National League. I'm delighted to say, as you can see, we've got pitchside access for tonight's game. A massive thank you to York City for this, particularly considering the magnitude of this fixture. Of course, York and Carlisle United were the two favourites to win the league before a ball was kicked. Both have had reasonably good starts. Of course, York, it's been a little bit shaky for them, a managerial departure, but since Stuart Maynard's come in, despite that defeat last Saturday, they have had a relatively good start. As for Carlisle United, of course, relegated from the Football League in the summer, they've started very well, and in fact, if they win tonight and results go in their favour, they can actually finish tonight top of the league. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll be back with you very shortly.
Make me feel like I'm the devil, running round in your pharaoh. I don't want anyone to see the state of me. Neon lights in crowded room, fill the hole in your head.
York City get us underway here then, and straight away they're going long out to Felix. Felix back to Walcott, Howe on the ball. To York City then, Walcott with the goal for them, an early goal. As we said, we needed an early goal to make it an entertaining game, and like I said, the York fans are certainly up for it now. York started a much better team here so far. Of course, took an early lead, and now they've got another corner, a great opportunity there that nearly went in if it wasn't forced to be a good save by the Carlisle United goalkeeper. But we're just about to see a corner going for York City now, and for them to make it 2-0 early on potentially. A bit over the keeper. Ooh. Ooh. 24 minutes in here at York City. It's York 1, Carlisle United 0. Since York have scored, it's been a little bit scrappy. I think Carlisle have kind of struggled to break down York when they've got the opportunities, and York themselves have had an attempt, of course, attacking here now at the moment. There's a foul there on the Carlisle man. But I think there's just a lot of frustration within like the Carlisle United fan base so far, because they're just not making the right decisions when they're going through on goal. Or they're getting those opportunities in the final third here so far. Attacking here now. Oh! Good defending by the Carlisle United defender there. Very nearly 2-0 York. Opportunity for York City now, attacking again on that far left side. Into the feet of Hunt. Hunt loses out here and Carlisle can break now with Regan Linney if he can get past his man, but can't beat Walcott. And now on this side here, Newby on the ball now. Crosses in. Carlisle, oh, calls for handball there, and that definitely touched his hand. Was it intentional? No. Following that, another call for a free kick from Carlisle United. Very interesting that from the position we was in, it's definitely touched the Carlisle United's man's hand. Just whether that was deliberate handball or not. York are through here now. Pearce on the ball, can he make it two? Oh! Calls a penalty, and it is a penalty to York City. Looked like it from the position we was in. And yeah, it's a penalty to York City and an opportunity here for York to make it 2-0. Yeah, he attempted to ram the goalkeeper there, and then the Carlisle United goalkeeper's just absolutely taken him out. And York City have the opportunity here to make it 2-0 just on before half time. Pearce steps up for York City now. Can he make it two? Yes, he can. York attacking now again. He's got the better of his man. He can make it three here. And it, oh, very nearly went 3-0 to York City. But a good save by the Carlisle United goalkeeper. York are absolutely tearing Carlisle United's defence open at the moment. Hinshelwood. But he puts the ball in now. Straight to a York man here. And they can make it 3-0. Ooh. And very nearly did once again. It is all York City at the moment now. Over everyone, but can Kitchen keep it in here? Yeah, he can. Kitchen tried to beat. Kitchen gets his ball in here. Falls to a York man once again here. Oh, and he's fallen to Walcott again, and he's 3-0 to York City. Ollie Pearce with the goal. Embarrassment for Carlisle United in this first half. Like we've said about Carlisle, we've said this season, haven't we, on the podcast, that potentially they've not been tested defensively yet this season. York City are certainly testing their defence today. From the Carlisle United end and cheers from the York end. Of course, York miles better of the two sides. They lead this game by 3 goals to 0. Reflecting on the first half there, as I mentioned, it's York City 3, Carlisle United 0. York, like I've mentioned, the miles better side. They've dominated the football, created lots of opportunities. It probably could have easily have been 4-5-0 in that first half. As for Carlisle, I've mentioned on the podcast in the past that I want them to be tested defensively, because I've always thought that is where teams can get at them. And I feel like this is the first test for them in the National League in terms of a side with exceptional attack, and that's something that York have, and York have exploited the Carlisle defence. What concerns me as well is it's not just the pairing that's been poor defensively in Mugbabby and in him and then also Terrell Thomas. It's been the midfield as well, not being able to dominate the football at all. A lot of new players have come in but have just not been up to scratch. So like I mentioned, I think if it carries on as it is doing, York will probably go on to win this game quite comfortably, and it's going to be a big ask now, isn't it, for Carlisle to come back. And for me personally, I can't see it, but stranger things have happened in football. Carlisle United get us underway here, all the way back to Terrell Thomas, who hooks it long out wide, and it goes out for Carlisle United throw-in. Sinclair, if he can beat his man, he's got it here, and on the volley, oh, good attempt on goal that. Not getting it long now, and it's a brilliant ball out wide to Pierce, who can make it 4-0 to York City. Great crossing, and then Pierce goes and finishes it home, and that's the hat-trick now for Ollie Pierce. York City 4, Carlisle United 0. Just a correction as well, it was actually Newby who finished it home, and it was Pierce with the assist, I believe. Of course, York just broke out very quickly there, and I think ended the game there. I can't think it's too much now for Carlisle United to be able to come back. 4-0. Regan Linney just come off Carlisle United. Done very little tonight, to be honest. York have man-marked him out of the game, and I don't think it's the worst decision, because I suppose, you know, he was getting frustrated. He was giving free kicks away, and yeah, he's got a lot of stick off the York City fans tonight. Of course, an ex-Minsterman himself a long time ago, and as you can tell, a lot of the York fans are mocking him at the moment, but it's certainly not been his night or Carlisle's night. Going forward, I've mentioned it, I think they're fine. The likes of Armstrong, Linney, I know potentially they've not had the night today, but you know, Linney's kind of been man-marked out of the game, and no one in the midfield stepped up who should have done. And that's a concern for me, is that midfield for Carlisle, because they've been bullied tonight, they've lost every ball. As for the defence, that's a completely different story. It's not even playoff worthy, that defence, if I'm being honest. They've been absolutely cut open tonight, and I've said it on the podcast. I've said that I want to see them be tested by an attack. Yes, you could have said Aldershot potentially, but they're not to the same extent as a York or a Forest Green, and it's going to be testing times for Carlisle, because they're coming up against some very good opposition with some extremely good attacks for this division. And it'll be interesting to see if Mark Hughes can adjust his defence and become a little bit more solid, because tonight has certainly not been acceptable, and they won't be in a title race this season with defending like that, and potentially not even the playoffs. Oh, can he get there before the keeper? He can, but it goes in, and Josh Stone scores for York City. 5 goals to 0. The sub has come on and has got a goal for York. Beat the goalkeeper to the ball there, and then just managed to put it past, freezing the Carlisle goal. I'm not sure if many people expected this score before a ball was kicked, but for me it just shows the huge difference in classes of the two sides. Last game then is finished. York City 5, Carlisle United 0. A dominant performance from York City. Could have very easily been more concerns for Carlisle, particularly on the defensive side of things going forward. But it's finished. York City 5, Carlisle United 0. Full time now at York City Stadium. Of course, it's York City 5, Carlisle United 0. A great atmosphere tonight and a great opportunity to be able to go pitch side at York City and film all the action. And of course, it was a great result for the Minster men in the end. They beat York City by 5, not York City, sorry, they beat Carlisle by 5 goals to 0. Yeah, excellent by York. Under Maynard as well, they've got off to a great start. Of course, lost my Saturday against Solihull Moors, but a great reaction against what you'd expect to be strong opposition. Of course, today Carlisle didn't feel like potentially have turned up. I've got my own opinions potentially about them defensively at the moment. I think I've always said I wanted to see them come up against a really good attack, and I think on this occasion they've come up against a very strong attack, and they've kind of been torn apart, to be brutally honest, based on tonight's game. But as for York, a great performance. I think certain individuals that stood out, like Felix, Hunt, Pearce as always, even Walcott as well defensively, and of course getting on the score sheet too. The majority of the team played well, and I think going forward now, if York can just get some momentum going forward and build on this, then they're going to become a force this season like we saw in the previous year. And of course they've got a Forest Green on Saturday. That's going to be a bit of a mouth-watering tie. I thought tonight would be, to be fair, and it's been a very dominant display by York. But it'll be interesting to see how Robbie Savage's Forest Green Rovers do against this York City side, and see if York can go there and take anything away from them. Anyway, thanks everyone that's tuned in. Please remember to like and subscribe. Like I've said, massive thanks to York City for the opportunity. Check out our podcast on Thursday at 9 PM as usual, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.